Y en mis tiempos libres me gusta caminar por el bosque, me gusta viajar, me encantan los videojuegos, soy una persona muy estudiosa, me encanta el estudio, paso mucho tiempo leyendo, investigando.
Y bueno, Mónica, yo te voy a hacer pues aquí como un paréntesis porque eres una mujer muy joven, muy hermosa y estoy segura que esta será la pregunta de muchos. ¿Qué está haciendo Mónica en una agencia matrimonial? ¿Qué esperas encontrar tú aquí, Mónica? ¿Qué es lo que estás buscando para tu vida? Ese hombre especial, esas cualidades que tú consideres importantes.
Me gustaría encontrar a una persona que busque algo como yo, como a largo plazo. Creo que es difícil encontrar personas que se enfoquen en algo serio. Pienso un poco diferente de la mayoría. Me gustaría como algo que tenga como más duración en el tiempo.
Mónica, y bueno, queremos conocer un poco más de ti y la idea es que vamos a empezar una dinámica donde tú vas a sacar 3 preguntas, las vas a leer y las vas a responder.
Claro.
Entonces vamos a empezar con la primera.
¿Qué detalles no materiales le darías a tu futuro esposo?
Si quieres, yo te recibo acá.
Creo que masajes, cocinar para él, caminar con él, enseñarle cosas que a mí me gustan, compartir juntos, compartir tiempo.
Y bueno,
Muchas cosas.
no, Mónica, yo te pregunto porque hablas de algo y muchos hombres ahí mismo yo creo que paran las antenitas, paran los oídos cuando escuchan el cocinar. ¿Te gusta cocinar? No eres experta, pero no tienes problema con experimentar.
A mí me encanta aprender, estoy abierta a aprender de todos los temas y me encanta cocinar, no soy experta cocinando, pero me gusta explorar.
No, eso está súper bien. Yo creo que lo más importante es uno tener esa facilidad de explorar y probar cosas diferentes.
Sí.
Continuamos con la siguiente pregunta.
La pregunta. ¿Cómo sería tu cita ideal? Mi cita ideal sería en un lugar tranquilo, que haya naturaleza, donde se pueda hablar cómodamente, con música tenue y luz tenue también.
Ay, es una cita muy romántica, por lo que veo eres una mujer también muy romántica.
Soy muy
Y
romántica.
apasionada de la naturaleza también.
Sí.
Continuemos. De recibir acá.
¿Cómo te describirías en una sola palabra? En una sola palabra.
Está difícil.
Creo que ni siquiera yo misma puedo describirme, tengo demasiadas facetas.
Bueno, pero digamos, si una persona dijera Mónica es, ¿cómo podría decir que Mónica es cariñosa, es una mujer responsable, inteligente? ¿Cómo podría alguien decir cosas de Mónica?
Definirlo en una sola palabra es difícil, pero sí hay muchas palabras para definir.
Por ejemplo, ¿cuál es?
Cariñosa, inteligente, no sé.
Amorosa, ¿será?
Sí, amorosa.
Bueno, y eso está bien, porque yo a veces pienso que uno limitarse solamente con una palabra es muy difícil y seguramente tienes cosas muy bonitas que resaltar en ti y eso es muy importante no tener claro de una sola palabra que me defina muy complicado.
Así es.
Mónica, ¿cómo una persona se gana tu corazón? ¿Qué tiene que hacer un hombre para ganarse el corazón tuyo?
Creo que para que alguien se gane mi corazón debería existir la admiración. Necesito tener que admirar a alguien para enamorarme de esa persona. Soy un poco... me cuesta enamorarme, pero cuando lo hago entrego todo de mí.
Ay, bueno, Mónica, mil gracias por esta entrevista,
Claro.
porque pudimos conocer un poco más de ti y para los caballeros que quieran conocerte, muy pronto van a tener el ID de Mónica para poder contactarla. ¿Listo?
Claro que sí.
Be part of our upcoming single Latin tour in Barranquilla. Let yourself be carried away by the sweetness and charm of the women of Barranquilla. Learn and have fun with their culture, their city, and their beautiful ladies. Enjoy 2 nights of speed dating, where you will meet hundreds of beautiful Colombian women. Submit your order in barranquilladating.com. Includes accommodation in a comfortable 4-star hotel, 7, 10, or 14 dates, and our matchmakers will help and guide you through the whole process of finding a partner. Contact us at our Phoenix office, +16025538178. Or our manager in Barranquilla, +57302288192. Write us at infoafacolombia@gmail.com. Come to Barranquilla and discover love with a foreign affair.
So, good evening, everybody. It is Wednesday evening. Welcome to the Latin show, and my name is Maria. I'm your host for I'm your host for tonight. Welcome, welcome. I'm very happy to be here. And what's going on tonight in the show? What is the plan? So the plan is to talk a little bit about our upcoming tours. We have Medellin next week, guys. Next week. And we have very few spots left. So if you still undecided, you still have an opportunity. We're going to talk about Medellin in a moment. I'm going to show you also two interviews from two women from Medellin. One is Andrea and the other one is Mariana. Mariana is our new featured girl. I cannot talk tonight. So our new featured girl. So for the ones who don't know what our featured girl is, I'm going to explain that a little bit further ahead in the show. So stay with me. But the featured girl is a special woman we promote, and you get a discount in writing letters. And so basically the first letter is for free, so you can get to know her and ask her if she, write her and ask her if she's also interested. And yeah, that is a big advantage. So I'm going to let you know, show you the video of our featured girl so that you know more about her. Usually we interview her, we have additional photos, we know a little bit more about her. So if you have more questions, reach out to me, reach out to the email we have above, info@AFA Colombia, reach out to our Phoenix office. It's 602-553-8178 in the United States. And yeah, so our featured girl we have tonight, we have other interviews prepared for you. We also have new profiles from Barranquilla. We have our Barranquilla tour coming up. So we're going to talk quite a bit about Barranquilla tonight. Going to tell you about what the city is like, what the women's like, what the culture is like, why dating in Barranquilla, why not dating in Barranquilla, why that city is a good place. Our upcoming Barranquilla tour is next month, 18th of July. So vacation time, it's time maybe to get a break for you, then Barranquilla is a great place to go. So we talk about Barranquilla. So that we talk about our featured girl, and this is a live show. So if you have any questions, please write those questions. If you write in the comments, that's great. We also try to reply back in the comments, but that will not be me. That will be Kirk. And so go ahead, ask your question, write them in our webcast link so that I can go ahead and answer everything for you. Okay. I think you saw our first promotion video from Barranquilla, so you already saw a little bit about what's going on in the city, the vibe, the women, the tour. So if you have questions regarding that, please go ahead and ask those questions. And yeah, and if anything, what is related to dating, to how it works, what you should do, what should not do, as I said, please go ahead. So Medellin tour is coming up next week. And as I said, we have very few spaces left. So if you decide you want to go, then this would be the opportunity to do so. Why is Medellin special? Why is the tour special? That our tours are very nice. Let's just start with that. They're just very nice. It's a lot of fun, but also it's a very great place to meet new people, make good connections, and also find your future girlfriend, maybe even wife. So, but anyhow, it's a good opportunity for everybody who just, as I said, needs a break. You don't have to organize a lot. The hotel is taken care of. The airport pickup is taken care of. You have unlimited introductions. You have the office, the matchmakers, the translators, the extra activities, the party bus, the dancing, the guatape, everything will be organized for you. So you just arrive, basically. Send a couple of pictures in and a hot list, that would be great. But even if you don't do that and just arrive, we will take care of that and you will be having a great time too. So you literally need no preparation, and just decide if you are available next week and say, yeah, I would love to meet a couple of nice people. I have been not having any luck. I don't meet great people. The apps are not working for me. And then this is a great place to go, because the apps, everything is online. You need to meet. You have to meet, you have to go, and you have to sit in front of these people, in front of these women. And our socials, which are our speed dating events, are one of the most amazing opportunities how to meet these women. And so if you really say, okay, it's not working, I have to do something, then just do it. It's just a great vacation. Go with no expectation. Go like, okay, I'm going to meet, and maybe the right one is there. We had a lot of men, and we have a lot of men who have been meeting their wife, meeting their fiance, meeting their girlfriend on a tour, who are in a happy relationship. Maybe some of you are watching. So yeah, maybe you can also ask the question. Maybe some guys who have been on the tours can also give some feedback how it is. If some of our Medellin guys who are going next week, maybe some of our guys who have been on a tour before, I don't know, maybe you have an idea and an advice for our gentlemen who are watching it and maybe have not been going. Barranquilla is great. I love Barranquilla. The energy is amazing. Medellin is great. It's a beautiful city. As I said, everything is taken care of. You have the speed dating, you have the women, you have the matchmakers. So it's really, 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 how you say it, a very safe and very fun environment to meet somebody. So what you basically need to sign up is only go on the website, write us, call us, let us know, write me a WhatsApp, whatever you want. Let me know that you want to go or to Medellin or to Barranquilla. As I said, I'm going to talk about Barranquilla a little bit more. I think it's one of the most underrated cities and most of the underrated matchmaking places, or places where to find a good woman. So Barranquilla is a really good place to go, and I love the tours and I love the city as well. It's not as touristy as other cities, but it's a lot of fun to be in Barranquilla, and as I said, in general in our tours. So maybe to get you a little bit animated also for Medellin, you also obviously want to meet women. Let's start with our first woman from Medellin with the first interview. And then, as I said, later on, we have our featured girl. So the first woman tonight, so that you get to know her a little bit, is Andrea. Her ID is 218573. And yeah, she's a very nice woman. You can meet her on the tour. And next week, next Friday, next Saturday, you can be sitting here, go on speed dating, go and meet. And yeah, if I said, if you have any doubts, if you don't know, please, this is the show to ask about it. So, but let's go with Andrea, 218573.
Hey, how's it going? My name is Andrea. I am 26 years old. I am an accountant with a specialization in finance. I love to travel, to know new places. I love to cook.
What are you looking for in the agency?
Okay, I'm here because I want to find a good man, a funny person who loves, to travel, a smart guy.
Do you like to cook? What is your favorite food?
Yes, I know. I love to cook Colombian food. I love to eat sushi.
Would you be willing to live abroad with a gentleman?
I like to live outside of my own country.
Would you be willing to have children?
I actually have a son with 2 old months, but I would like to have another kid.
What do you have to offer in a relationship?
I am a loyal woman. I'm kind. I love to spend time with my partner. I'm tender.
Are you dominant or submissive?
I like to be more submissive.
How would you describe yourself?
I am dedicated, smart, and responsible woman.
Where would you like to travel with your partner?
I would like to travel with my partner to Venice. Okay, I invite you to come here to Medellin. There are many a really beautiful women. So if you want to know a lot of, you can find it here. But if you like to my profile, you can text me or call me, and I'll be here for you because I really like or I really love to know you. Bye. Have a good day.
Was Andrea. I hope you liked her, and if you liked her, you can reach out to her. As I said, meet her next week. That would be the easiest. Just go and meet. If you cannot do it next week and you say, yeah, I would love to meet her, but I cannot go next week, then obviously you can go any other time as well of the year. You can pay for an introduction with her, and we set her on with you on a date if she's interested, obviously. You can also write a letter. You can also do a video call with her, so you don't have to travel right away. But obviously, it's great to have a travel date in mind and really make it happen. If it's not on our tour, as I said, you can come any time of the year. We can help you. But the tours are just very special dates. In every city, we have them only 3 times a year. And so it's only 3 times a year per city that you have the opportunity to go on the events, to go on the socials, to meet so many women. We have probably around 80 to 100 women per night, probably even a little bit more. And so you're going to meet, 200, more than 200 in 2 days. So that is obviously a huge number. And you're going to make obviously a lot of connections. So that's why I'm saying it's very special, these events and these dates, so that you can come any time of the year. But these dates, if you can come, it's very special because, the activities, everything we don't do all the time. Bunit, hey Bunit, good evening. How are you? Bunit is coming next week. Looking forward. How many men are going to Medellin so far? Bunit, we have only 2 spots left. We have 14 spaces total. We cannot have more. So we have 12 right now. So we need 2 more, or we have 2 more spaces left. So in case you wanna, somebody or somebody is still open, you can do that next week. Next Thursday is the tour date, okay? So let me see, are you asking? You're asking a couple of questions. Music, hey Music, how you doing? Hi Sly, good evening. Rodolfo, good evening. Daniel, how are you? I'm reading your questions. I'm getting into your questions in a moment, but you're asking about different cities. Sly, when John retires, this girl is taking over. Put Manuela in her spot. Yeah, Sly, thank you. That's very, very nice of you. Daniel, are the outlets the same in Colombia as the USA? I don't know. The outlets, you mean shopping for clothes? I don't think so, because you have certain brands. Here in Colombia, there are different brands. There are outlets in Medellin for Colombian brands, and there are some really nice ones, but not that you go like and have a Nike outlet. That is not really the case. You have good malls. In the malls, you definitely have shops, Nike, Adidas, and all the American brands, the Colombian brands, European brands, H&M, Zara, like all these stuff, what you have in the US as well. So shopping is really nice. And especially in Barranquilla, shopping is really, really cool. There's great shopping spots and really good restaurants. So yeah, let's talk about Barranquilla for a moment. Because as I said, we have Medellin next week, nearly sold out. So hurry if you want to go to Medellin. And then we have next month, Barranquilla, 18th of July. Barranquilla tour starts. And let me tell you a little bit about Barranquilla. So maybe you're sitting there now and say, yeah, sounds great. But what is Barranquilla? What should I know about the city? What should I know about the women? Tell me a little bit more. Why Barranquilla and not maybe Medellin, right? I would say every city is very nice. So if you decide for Barranquilla, for Medellin or Cartagena, it's very nice, but every city is a little bit different. Cartagena is right at the ocean, is very touristical, is hot. Medellin is in the mountains. It's also touristical, but it's not as hot. It's more spring-like. And Barranquilla is located at the river and at the beach. At the Caribbean coast and at the river. It's not right at the beach, it's not right at the ocean, it's like on the riverbed where the river ends into the ocean. So the beaches are maybe around 20 minutes where you can bath and where you can have like touristical things. So the beaches are not far away at all. Like you are there, and the river, you are there in 5 minutes, which is really nice. There's a really nice location. It's the Rio Magdalena, the Magdalena River. It's the biggest river in Colombia, the most important river as well. And that is why Barranquilla became so important very early on. Very early on, but it's quite a new city still. But the first settlements were important because of that river, because it was a big trade port, and it's still a huge trade port. It was and it is a huge trade port because the Rio Magdalena goes until Bogota. So it's also called, Barranquilla is called the Golden Door, La Puerta de Oro, the Golden Door, which means like the entry of the continent where everything, that Latin America, South America had a lot of gold, a lot of diamonds, still has. And obviously that was all exported from the Spaniards at that point, and from other cultures as well. So it became the port city, it became the golden door, and the gold was sent from Bogota through Barranquilla out of the country. The same was a little bit with Cartagena. Gold was from Cartagena, was brought to Cartagena and then shipped out to the other countries. And so, yeah, it became a very trade city, and different populations from different nations of the world came to Barranquilla. And that is why you have such a diversity in the Colombian, Caribbean, Colombian coast, and also especially in Barranquilla. Because you have the influence, you have obviously an indigenous influence, because there were indigenous people all over Colombia. Then you have obviously the European influence with the Spaniards, the French people, the people who came, the Germans. There were a lot of Germans coming as well. There's a German school. I think the first aircrafts and engineers were coming from Germany too. You had a lot of Arabic influence, Middle Eastern influence, because a lot of the trade came by ship. A lot of people from the Middle East. There are a lot of Arabic influence. You can see Shakira, for example, with the belly dance. Shakira is from Barranquilla, and there is this Arabic influence. So you go there, when you go into the city, you see like the ornaments of the houses are it's very oriental. It's like really cool. It's a mix of everything. And then you have some African influence. So you have a little bit of everything in Barranquilla, and it has been a worker city because it has been a port city. So people work. It's about finance, commerce, production, convention centers. People come to make business, to trade. And so it's an important city. It has always been very taken care of by the people. The people love Barranquilla. So maybe now getting from the location is also very close to Cartagena and Santa Marta, which are two really big tourist spots because of their beaches. As I said, Barranquilla has the beach too, but not right away in front of the, like you go out of the building, it's there. No, you have to take a taxi or a car. In Cartagena and in Santa Marta, you go out of Boca Grande or out of Santa Marta, and you're right at the ocean. So it's very nice to also have those two spots there. In Santa Marta, you also have the mountain range, the biggest coastal mountain range in the world. It's called the Sierra Nevada de Santa Marta, which is an amazing mountains with coffee farms and cacaos and rivers and waterfalls. It's only 2 hours away, and it's much cooler because you go up in the mountains. So really, it's a great spot. It's a great location. Barranquilla has, as I said, really good restaurants compared to Santa Marta, much better restaurants, good shopping, nice night scene. So the culture is very important. The society is very proactive. The people want to they're very outgoing, have a lot of fun, are just like very nice, very friendly, very welcoming, very warm, joyful. Dancing is a big part. Having a good time is a big part of being the city. It's a metropolitan city, but it's on the other way very laid back as well. Beauty, aesthetics, fashion, obviously this is important too. The women take really good care of them. Like we always see women very elegantly. So let's talk about the women a little bit. I'm jumping from location to women to everything. But the women are also very well dressed, take very much into account their whole appearance. Like everything is done from the nails from up to down, like the outfit, everything is very important. How you dress, how you look. As I said, it's a worker city. People are productive. As it doesn't live from tourism, it's a different vibe than the other cities. Beauty comes first. Yes, beauty comes first. The women are not punctual either in Barranquilla. So you have to keep that into account. Like it's a Caribbean vibe, and they are very beautiful. So obviously it takes time to get the whole outfit, everything. The women are very progressive. They are merchant, like they're merchants, they're traders, they're skilled, they have character. She wants to get ahead, she wants to progress, she wants the best for herself and the family, and she is pushing that too. But she herself is doing a lot that the family progresses, but she has her traditional roles very clear. The woman does work, is progressive, but there is a traditional role between men and women in definitely in the household, and women are raised traditionally to take care of the man, of the family, and also of the job. It's not an easy, and of the beauty and of everything. It's not easy. So very important, as you all know, in Barranquilla is the carnival. So if you decide to date somebody from Barranquilla, it is mandatory that you know that there is a carnival in Barranquilla. You cannot say, I've never heard about the carnival from Barranquilla. I mean, nothing happens if you say that, then they will be happily tell you everything about the carnival you need to know. But it's the second biggest carnival in South America. Brazil, Rio de Janeiro is the biggest, but then the ones in Brazil, and then Barranquilla. Barranquilla is very famous for its carnival, and they take it very seriously. The carnival season starts on 11th of November and finishes in February. And the whole 6 months are very, very important. Obviously, once the new year starts, 1st of January, it's like carnival season, complete carnival season. Then January, February, March, there will be, or end of February, there will be a lot of celebrations, day and night, and parades and dancing and practicing. The people are really dedicated to the carnival dances, like the practicing of that. So they form the groups and they practice all year long, and they have to put a lot of money in to get the costumes and like everything. And then they dance for hours in the big hot sun and dance like crazy, all the different dances. That is also something really nice, the different dances and music vibes that come from Barranquilla, because as there are so many different cultures involved, obviously there came a lot of different music, a lot of different drums. There's a lot of drum, there's a lot of really typical Colombian Caribbean music. So Barranquilla and Mapale, the ones who have been on Barranquilla tour with us, have been dancing salsa and Mapale. Mapale is a very, very quick music rhythm with drums where you have to shake everything. Basically, there's nothing that doesn't shake on Mapale. So it's a very original, it's very rich, it's very culture rich, it's very nice. As I said, the women are very have the rule, as I said, very clear, really know what they want and also what they expect from a man. They love to go out, they love to eat well, they love to have a good time. It's just a really, really fun place to be. The city is really proud of itself, of their people, of the progress. And if you look at Barranquilla like 20-30 years ago, it was not as nice as it is now. Like Barranquilla has been growing a lot. Investment, if you want to invest in Barranquilla, in property, there are really good neighborhoods to invest. Making a business in Barranquilla, depending what you want, is a good possibility. We talked last show about the digital nomad visa and the investment visa. There are different ways. Obviously you can marry, but also there are other ways how to invest and how to make a living here, and also how to get a visa here. So if you have any questions regarding that, please let me know. And maybe our last point here for tonight, how much are the costs in Barranquilla? What is the price thing like, so that you get an idea? Really, Barranquilla is not that expensive. It has been obviously growing and has been becoming more expensive. And the good areas obviously are also like in other cities. But if you compare to Medellin or Cartagena, it's much, much, much cheaper still. It's much cheaper still. And I was thinking if there's something that is more expensive I can think of in Barranquilla, but not really. I mean, restaurants are cheaper, hotels are cheaper, Airbnbs are cheaper. It's a little bit cheaper, I would say. So the monthly rent of a good apartment, and that means a good apartment, 3-bedroom, with all the amenities, pool and sauna and fitness and whatever, the big terrace, nice balconies, like really nice apartment in a new building, $1,000. You can pay less, you can pay more, but I think with that you get a really good apartment. A plate of food in a good restaurant, I mean, not the best restaurant, but $15, $20, you can eat easily a plate of good meat, good fish, in a good restaurant. If you go to a really cheap place where you can get even for $3 a meal, but let's say a normal meal with a woman in a restaurant. A taxi fare is usually $5, maximum $10, and with $10, which is 40,000 pesos, you get pretty far. Like from the hotel, from our office hotel where you go to the river, it's maybe $3, $4. On the weekend might be a little bit more. And if you even want to go to the beaches outside of that might be maybe $10. So it's really not expensive to go by taxi. And the night in a 4-star hotel, depends obviously the hotel and everything, can be $60 to $90 a night if it's 1 or 2 people. So it's not really expensive. So let me know if you have questions about Barranquilla. Let me see if you wrote anything here in our... yeah, you're writing. Hey. So let me, Barranquilla, I'm coming, baby. Organic chocolate. Bye. I'm looking forward to see you and ride with you. Sorry, I think we haven't. I have to get back to you, organic chocolate. It's good that you're always here and comment. Thank you so much for doing that. I'm coming, baby. Can you tell us something, Bunet? Can you tell us something about Provenza? Are there better days to go there? Is it a good place to meet ladies? Provenza is basically, so we're talking about Medellín. So I know we were talking about Barranquilla, but we have a question about Medellín. So we go a moment just to Medellín so that I can answer that question. Provenza is part of the Poblado. So the ones know where the Hotel du Parque is and where our office is located. We have the Parquilleras, and if you go 2 blocks basically up from Parquilleras, that's already Provenza. So Provenza is part of the Poblado. It's just the upper part of Poblado. And then there's Palmas. Palmas is further up. So basically Provenza is in the Poblado. You just go Parquilleras 3 blocks up, and then you have a lot of different restaurants and bars. And other better goes to go there. Probably on the weekend, it's always a lot. It's crowded, people, it's really crowded, but you can go anytime. There are good restaurants. It's not so much always to go and party. There are nice restaurants. And also to get a drink, you can go any day of the week. There are always people. It's just on the weekend, obviously there's more. But Provenza is really nice, and it's just basically the same, just a little bit higher up. So it's nice. It's very nice. So let me see. So yeah, Barranquilla. We were talking about Barranquilla, the women, the places. Let me know if you have questions. The Golden Door, Shakira, dancing, carnival, joy, alegría. That's Barranquilla. And yeah, so it's about 1 million people. And yeah, I don't know what else to tell you. If you have questions, let me know. So to finish our Barranquilla introduction, I prepared a little video for you with a couple of new profiles for Barranquilla. So we have a lot of new profiles on the website from Colombia in general. I think we had like 50, 60 new profiles in the last weeks. So if you want to have a look on our website on Colombian women, Colombian women on loveme.com or Barranquilla singles or Medellin dating. We have different websites, latinwomen.com. So you can just go there and have a look for yourself. And let's see, for the profile video we have prepared, it just takes 2 minutes, and then I'll be back with you so that you can see the newest profiles of Barranquilla. And maybe you're interested in one of them. And these ladies will be also available for the social, for dates. So if you want to go to Barranquilla next month, these ladies are there and you could meet them. So let's go. profiles from Barranquilla, but just a very few, right? If you go, as I said, look on the website, we have a lot from Medellin, from Barranquilla, a lot of new profiles, a lot of new coming as well. So stay tuned, and there's a new profile site. If you go on the website, you can see them there. So I hope you liked a couple of them. We have, as you see, all age ranges from 22, 21 years old to 40, 50, 60 years old. In the video you just saw, I think we had women from 20 to 40, more or less. So yeah, as you can see, there are lots of different women you can meet of different ages, of different looks, of different ethnicity, of different backgrounds. So usually there's a little bit for everybody. And yeah, guys, let me know if there are more questions. As you see in the tour, what is included, to sum it up one more time. In the tour, you have included the hotel, the airport pickup, the city tour, unlimited introduction. There's many introductions as you want in the week. And also 2 fully catered socials with speed dating, where you can meet 100 women per night, 100 single women per night. For Medellin, we have only 2 spots left. So if you want to go next week, you're welcome to come. But hurry, there are not a lot of spaces left. And Barranquilla next month, 18th of July. The price for the 7-day tour is 3,395. But as I said, includes hotel, unlimited introductions, I say it again, unlimited introductions to speed dating events with 100 women per night. We have it only 3 times a year. It's a special date. And yeah, we would love to have you on the tour. And if you cannot make it, as I said, we have the Latin Club, the Elite Club, the individual introductions, video calls, a lot of different possibilities how to meet, how to get in touch. So if you're not sure how that works, please reach out, because I have every time, like, I don't know how it works. Can you explain? And yeah, of course we can explain. That's why we do this here. So to help you to meet really nice people and people from other parts of the world. So yeah, that is obviously a challenge, and that's where we are at. Some of you guys, where we are at to help you, like, that's what I want to say. Guys, some of you were asking if I can share something about the language barrier and how it's possible to do that. Oh, I got lost. Sorry here. Book your Barranquilla tour. Yes. Organic chocolate. Book your Barranquilla tour. Believe me, you won't regret it. The Barranquilleras are so sweet. Yes. Very family oriented. Yes. Colombians are in general, but Barranquilla is another level in my humble opinion. Yes, I do agree. Point of view. I agree with you. The Colombians are very family oriented, but yes, Barranquilla is they're very familiar, very family oriented. Your quality of life is so much higher if you can speak Spanish. I'm in Cali and it's so much better. Of course, if you can speak the language, that helps. And obviously it gets a lot easier. But if you don't speak the language, don't worry. I didn't speak the language. A lot of the men didn't speak the language. A lot of the women didn't speak the English, and they still managed to fall in love. Because for falling in love, you do think you might need to talk the same language right from the first moment on. You don't forget that there are translators, there are phones, and there is energy, chemistry. So obviously you can meet and have feelings and obviously you have to communicate, but there's also non-verbal communication, and it's much more effective than you think. But obviously it's great to learn the language. Obviously it's good to have a language knowledge, but you can learn it. It's not a huge thing. Like, it's with everything. If you want to tomorrow learn how to paint, yeah, you take painting classes. Maybe you will not be Michelangelo or Picasso, but you're going to be able to paint. And the same is with the language. Maybe you're not going to be a dolmetscher, like you're going to be a person who's going to professional interpreter. No, but you're going to be able to get along. And so that is the most important thing. And it's really not that hard. And it's just like everything you learn. It's just a process. It takes time. It's not that you're going to learn today and tomorrow you'll know the language. But in a month, you already make huge progress. In 3 months, you make huge progress. In 6 months, in 1 year. And usually in 1 year, you have great knowledge. Obviously, you have to keep on practicing, but you're going to have a native speaker at your side. So that is really easy, because that person can teach you better than nobody else. So success stories regarding language barrier and how the couple managed before learning the other languages. Lots of success stories. Lots and lots of success stories. Obviously, most people have a language barrier. Not most, like the majority does not speak perfectly Spanish, or majority doesn't speak perfectly English. So lots of success stories. Yes, the phone Google Translate, Skype. When you go home, there's Skype with subtitle translation. So when you talk, Skype puts it in. Yeah, and that's it. So it's just practice and having the patience and the motivation. That's basically it. And then step by step, you're going to learn a little bit more from her language. She's going to learn a little bit more of your language, and you're both going to help each other. So really, it seems like it's a huge thing, but it's really not that. It's really not that. It's not that. No, it's not. So let me start with your questions below, and then we're trying to answer all your questions, and then we get to the featured girl. And what is the featured girl? But let me give me a moment. I literally forgot what happens after the tour is over. So when the tour is over, yes, obviously the idea is you stay in touch with the woman you liked, right? So for example, you went on 10 dates, let's say, and you liked 5 women, and you repeated with 4 of them. So you stay in touch with 4 women when you go home. For example, some men, it's different. Some already know they want only that one woman and already know on who to focus. Some really have to keep on dating. So yeah, but you have 4, you like them, you think it's 4 potential partners. So the thing is, you usually keep in touch, and then you come back at some point, hopefully soon, in a week, in a month, 2 months, 3 months, something like that. Let's say in the next 3 months, it would be great that you come back when you have a couple of connections. The sooner the better. And then once you go home, you see how the connections devolve. If they're writing, like, you should text, and see what happens. If they also text back, if they're still interested, if they ask for money, whatever might come up. And then you go back, and then you meet the ones you still interested in, maybe 2, maybe only 1, maybe 3. And then you spend a couple more days with them, and then usually start a relationship. Some men will maybe stay a little bit longer on the tour, because the 7 days are sometimes a little bit short. So I would recommend you stay 10 or 14 days if you can. The ones who stay 14 days often end up in a relationship already. Like, they say, okay, yeah, you have more time, you can repeat more. So you pretty much better, like, because between 7 days, imagine what you can already live in 7 days. But if you have another 7 days where you can deepen and deepen and deepen, it does make all the difference. And you're going to pay only 1 airplane fare. So if that's possible for you, that you can come longer, I definitely recommend it to you, because you can deepen the connection. And then when you come back, it's easier for you to pick up where you left. Or also already start the relationship. If there's really one woman you really liked and you spent a couple of days with her and she also really likes you, say, hey, why not starting from here and see, I'll be coming back in a month or 2 or 3, and then it's just you and me, we're going to spend time together, and then you really also deepen that relationship. And then usually I ask if she wants to be your girlfriend. She says yes. And then, because here you have to ask if she wants to be your girlfriend, then you have to ask if she wants to be engaged, and then always getting married, right? So, but also for being girlfriend and boyfriend, the man has to ask usually the question. So yeah, that was, I think, the question hopefully was answered. So that happens when you go home. You keep in touch, and then you come back and meet again. That would be the idea. Or you already found the person, and then you keep in touch with her, and when you come back, you spend more time with her. Best is to move there. Yes, it's great to move to Colombia too. You mean because of the long distance music, or get a girl with a visa? Yeah, obviously it's easy. It's good if you can move here, if you can travel often, or if she has a visa, obviously that helps. But it's not that, like, really most men, it's not that they move here and they make it happen. So it's just, you have to have patience, and you have to understand it's a process. It's not just, I get there, I find her, I marry her, and then all in a week. I mean, no, we still have to be realistic. I found flights out of Cartagena to be super expensive. It's cheaper for me in the US to go to countries close to Colombia than to travel with a girl I met in the tour. Yeah, you have to look maybe at different hubs. So Mexico, Miami, Barranquilla, Miami, Medellin, Miami, Bogota, Miami, Cartagena usually is, well, I don't know how the Spirit's connections right now are, but Spirit was very cheap. Out of Fort Lauderdale, so maybe Fort Lauderdale, Miami, so it was usually $150 to $200 to go to Colombia, and it's a 3-4 hour flight from Medellin. If you are, I don't know, in Las Vegas, you can also fly to Medellin, to Miami. New York, there's JetBlue flying, JetBlue to Cartagena. I think I did that once, or JetBlue to Bogota. I don't know how the prices are. If you look, obviously, for next week, it's going to be expensive. If you go look for the next, like in October, it's not that expensive. So July is also high season. December is high season. So depends. November depends to the city wherever you want to travel. And maybe it's not the best hub for you. Maybe it makes sense for you to go to Bogota and then buy a cheap in country flight. Yeah. Néstor, hi Néstor, buenas noches, buenas tardes, soy de México. ¿Tienen pensado hacer un evento en noviembre? Porque me gustaría ir a uno de sus eventos para conocer a una mujer colombiana. Néstor, sí, tenemos un evento en noviembre en Cartagena. Es el 31, ya te confirmo, el 31 de octubre hasta el 6 de noviembre. Y Cartagena es espectacular, realmente. Siempre en noviembre tenemos Cartagena. 31. So the question was if we have an event in October, and yes, November, and yes, we have our Cartagena tour is always in November. It's actually the first week of November, and so it starts Halloween and finishes the 6th of November. And then we have another tour in Mexico as well, which is after the Cartagena tour. So that would be also a possibility, but I recommend you obviously Cartagena. It's a very good place to go, Nestor. So in case you have more questions, you can reach out. Solamente me escribas aquí al correo si quieres y ahí te ayudamos en responder. Sly, 7 out of 10 women in Bogota speak English. Yeah, there are some more women speaking English in Bogota. That's true because there are a lot of women who move to Bogota because of job opportunities. And so there are a lot of professional people in Bogota. That's true. But you also have people in every city who speak. But Bogota, it's a good. And Barranquilla, women also speak quite a bit of English. Learn Spanish, don't be a dork. It may take 2 years to be conversational, but worth it. It's good. Yeah, I know that especially the American followers here have sometimes an issue with learning different languages because I know you have always English around. The same as here in Latin America, they always have Spanish around. So all the countries around speak Spanish. And obviously in USA, everybody, it's huge. So everybody speaks English inside and around as well if you go to Canada, etc. So yeah, I understand where you come from. From a European perspective, I would tell you it's really not a thing. We learn languages from early age on, and it's normal to learn different languages, and it's really not such a big thing. It's just more in your head than it's just making the decision. I'm going to learn the language. That's it. That's everything you have to decide. And then you make the first step and the second step and the third step. Like what would you do? Like what with everything, yeah? Have you been to the Super Bowl in Medellin? Good idea for a first date. I didn't know that there was a Super Bowl in Medellin. So no, I haven't been there. I heard, no, I haven't. Interesting. What I just heard, which is also found interesting, was in Barranquilla, going back to Barranquilla, which has not a lot to do with the Super Bowl right now, but with baseball. So there's a big stadium, they just told me, a big, really nice modern baseball stadium in Barranquilla, and they're really good. And I think there are a lot of games, and it seems to be really cool. And I didn't know that, but I haven't heard about the Super Bowl in Medellin. No, Trey. My biggest regret is going by looks and age. Yeah, music. Believe me, you're not the only one who goes by looks and age. Lots of wasted time. Good that you say it. Guys, please listen to what music is saying here. My biggest regret is going by looks and age. Where's it gone? It's gone. Where's it gone? It's gone. Ah, yeah. My biggest regret is going to by looks and age. Lots of wasted time. Stick with the range, with the age range, and get a professional woman. Yes, there are lawyers, dentists, etc. I just don't want a single mom. I don't think a single mom is the problem. There are lots of single moms who are professionals. That is not the thing. But somebody who's not maybe professional, who's really relying on this financial support of the man, yes, and definitely age and looks makes all the difference. So if you go too young, if it's only, you know, if it's too sexy, to whatever, it's going to cost you money. And so, yeah, music, thank you for that advice. I think that's very important. If you don't know, listen to me, to Manuela, to the stuff in the office or the matchmakers. So then you will get a better idea what is a good idea maybe to date. But Trey, I'm sorry, I didn't reply to your questions. Yes, I think it's a great idea for a first date. I think it doesn't have to be just sitting, eating and talking. It's great, I think, to have activities you do together. And why not Super Bowl or baseball or football games or things like that? I think that's really cool. A bowling center. Are you caught about the bowling center? The Super Bowl. I don't know that bowling center, but I went to a bowling center in Medellin, and it's true there are. I don't know if in the other cities are so many. I imagine there are as well. And yeah, pretty sure. And it's a good idea for a first date. Most women haven't been bowling. It's not that common. Some might have been, but some also not. So it's not that common. But yeah, great idea to go on a date. For that. As I said, activities are always cool. I'm new here from associates that AFA girls are sometimes not sincere with real intent. Please comment about Barranquilla AFA girls. Oof, I would say they're really sincere and real intentions, real intention. Like in general, I would say most of the women, I mean, there are always women where you have other intentions, but it happens. And some women are just there also to have a good time or to get a nice meal. That happens. But the big vast majority, and I think most of the men who have been on a tour with us can also confirm, big majority is really looking for somebody sincere, somebody you get married to, somebody to spend the life with. Yeah. In Barranquilla, the women are very like focused, I would say. And they really want to get married, and their tradition is. So I would say they are sincere. But you have to be always careful if there's like a, like high maintenance or money, like they also have a high standard. So there are sincere women, but there are also women who have high maintenance, and that you have in every city. So it depends on the woman you're choosing as well. That what was music saying, looks and age. And if there's a lot of plastic surgery, it's usually getting a little bit more expensive. Not everybody, not everywhere, and a lot of women have plastic surgery. It's not a bad thing, nothing bad. But just like when it's all over and the whole body is made, then it's a little bit more. Yeah, she invests a little bit more in her body. Yes, Top G, in Barranquilla, baseball is really popular. I didn't know. I just learned 2 weeks ago when I was on a wedding there. And I just heard about that baseball stadium. It's really new, very modern, and it's a lot of fun to go. A lot of people watch it, and it's really cool. So yeah, it's popular in Barranquilla. And also the stadium, the football stadium in Barranquilla is very popular as well. And the football club, the soccer club of football, I'm talking about soccer, is very popular as well, junior. So about being woman sincere, I think that is something you have to really get to know the woman, right? In every country, in every place, wherever you go, be it that you meet them through AFA, on an app, on a bar, in the street, wherever you talk to a woman, you always have to get to know her and find out the sincere intentions of them, right? They all say nice things. It always sounds very nice, but you have to see the actions and the intentions in the long term, in the time. You have to give it time. So that's why I always say don't rush it, don't make too quick decisions, like give it time, and then you will know. So before I'm going to enter a little bit more questions, I would love to present you our featured girl. The featured girl is a woman we usually present as somebody who's very interested to meet somebody. She, in her video, you're going to watch her video, she says very clear that she's not yet there to get married right away, but she's not closing her possibilities to meet the right man to get married. So also like there, she says that she wants to travel, she wants to meet people, she wants to meet new cultures. And that is also sometimes what happens to some of the ladies. Not everybody is right away there to get married right away, because sometimes you guys come with that, okay, I go there, I meet her, I engage her, and then I marry her, and then in 1 year she's my housewife. I'm my housewife, but she's my wife, and she has children, and she has to do the family life and all that, and it is all very serious very quickly. So I think that is sometimes when the woman take their time, and it's not a bad thing. If you're 27, 28, yeah, it's a great time to get married, but it's also a great time to still explore, to get to know the man, to really see if it's the person you're happy with, the lifestyle you want to have. You're still finding out who you are. And so I don't think that is necessarily a bad thing. But if you hear that and you say, yeah, but I want to get married in a year, then probably Mariana is not the right match for you, right? But for another man who says, yeah, I really would like to meet somebody, I want to get to know a person, I want to have some fun, I want to travel, I want to get to know and see how I feel, want to be in a relationship, then that might be a good woman. So there are different women for different people with different intentions and different goals, right? And so that is normal. But as I said, most of the women I feel are sincere, but you always have to not believe everything you listen to and you hear in general. Like, it is something in general, not just in Colombia, like in life, in the television. Don't believe everything everybody tells you. Like, if you see an influencer somewhere in social media and that person tells you, yeah, the sky is blue, that's great, but the sky can be gray too, so it's not that you believe everything everybody tells you. And the same with the woman, and especially when they're beautiful, when they're young, when they're sexy, they know. So you have to also use your common sense and also watch and not only hear and get distracted by looks. Like, you guys, you sometimes see two beautiful things in front of you and you're just like, gone, and that's not. You listen, watch, listen what other people tell you, and then you will be fine. It's just a process, and you have to not believe right away and be innocent, because there are some bad intentioned people, not everybody. Not most, the majority is really great intention, but some are, and you will with time be able to tell. So that is my recommendation for everybody everywhere in the world. Don't believe what everybody tells you. So let's go to our featured girl. Our featured girl, as I said, is Mariana. She is from Medellin, and you can write her for free. That means featured girl. The first letter is for free, and you can see if she's interested. She also said she's available for dates, for video calls, for the event, for next week. So if you want to meet her there, it's an opportunity. And her ID is 218759, and I'm going to show you her interview. And yeah, I hope you like Mariana and you're going to meet her, and yeah, maybe there will be a nice connection for you with her. So I'll be back in a couple of minutes. I'll be back in a couple of minutes. We go with Mariana, 218759.
Hola, mi nombre es Mariana, tengo 27 años, trabajo como analista financiera, estudio administración financiera. En mis tiempos libres me encanta hacer ejercicio, leer y yoga. También meditar, escuchar mucho música.
What are you looking for in the agency?
Porque quiero conocer personas diferentes del extranjero, quiero viajar. En el momento no estoy buscando una pareja para casarme, pero no me cierro a las posibilidades.
What attracts you in a man?
Lo caballeroso, que huela bueno, que sea súper atento, detallista y súper tierno.
What do you expect from a partner?
Que me brinde mucha paz, tranquilidad, que sea atento, que tenga aspiraciones de crecer juntos.
What do you have to offer in a relationship?
Tengo para ofrecer estabilidad, soy una mujer atenta, cariñosa, asesoría financiera, ya que es mi profesión, y mucho amor.
How would you describe yourself?
Soy una persona alegre, paciente, amorosa.
Do you like to cook? What is your favorite food?
Sí, la pasta, la boloñesa, me encantan las sopas, las carnes, no me gusta la comida de mar.
How would your ideal first date be?
Mi cita ideal, me gustaría en un buen lugar, que me traten respetuosamente, que nos conozcamos lentamente.
What is your age limit for a gentleman?
De 27 a 40.
What are those non-negotiables?
Mis no negociables es mi privacidad, mi trabajo y mi estudio.
Say 3 good things and 3 bad things about you.
3 cosas buenas sobre mí. Soy muy responsable, tolerante y sincera. Y las 3 cosas no tan buenas de mí: cuando no me gusta algo, me alejo. A veces soy impuntual. Y no me gusta cuando me siento acosada.
How to make you fall in love.
Mi corazón se gana siendo muy respetuosos, respetando sobre todo mi espacio, brindándome mucha paz, felicidad, ser muy atento, detallista y sobre todo cariñoso. Invito a todos los caballeros a que conozcan Colombia, su cultura. Soy abierta también a recibir sus mensajes, llamadas, y aquí los espero. Bye.
When you go on the website, you're choosing women with great pictures. The woman you don't have that great pictures, often you're not true. Way around it works the same. Okay, so so good pictures, and you can write her, and then she can decide if she is interested in you or not. If she's interested, then you can get to know her. And if she's not, then you at least tried and you didn't lose anything, right? So that is the idea of the featured girl. We're trying to have a featured girl every month, and that's her for this month. And yeah, if you have any questions about that also, please let me know. We are here with the questions. Music is saying I've gone to Colombia 3 times straight and it gets boring. I want to go somewhere else for a change. Yeah, that's totally understandable, Music, but taking her as dollars, it's amazing. I can go to countries close to her for cheaper than her. Yes, obviously there are countries like Dominican Republic. It's very good to go. It might be easy for you. Mexico, Cancun is easy to get to, and that are most of the places. Panama, she can go without any problem. For you, sometimes not only cheaper, but sometimes it's closer, and she doesn't need a visa. She doesn't need a visa for Panama, not for Europe, not for Dominican Republic. She does need a visa for Costa Rica and for the United States. Yeah, I think that is understandable that you would like to travel, and most men do that once they meet the girl. Like most of the times the guys come 1 or twice to Colombia, and then usually the 3rd time they go on a trip with her to one of those countries, exactly, to get to know her more, to spend more time, and to do something different. And as you said, like to mix it up a little bit. So let me see, guys, if you have any more questions, and if not, we are nearly at the end of the show. I think there was a question regarding the elite club. The elite club, the executive, we have the executive program and the elite club. The elite, it's the same, basically the same, but the elite club is for Colombia. The executive is for whole Latin America. So that is my favorite program, my favorite service, because it's a very deep matchmaking service, personalized for a couple of months, where you meet women in video calls. You work with me very closely. We do video calls, you and me, every week with a translator, and then talk about the progress you're having, the woman, the additional photo, the additional question, etc. So that we do every week, make the strategy for the dating, etc. And you have video calls included, you have translation included, you have letter credit included, and it's an amazing service. And all managers, all matchmakers work for you, with you, and it's really, really cool. You have the whole Colombian database included, or if you want to go broader, or brighten your profiles, you can do the same thing, and then we include not only Colombia, if not Costa Rica, Peru, Argentina, Venezuela, Mexico, Honduras, wherever you see in Latin America profiles. There was a question if somebody from Spain, Trevor, hi Trevor. Maria, I've added some women who live in Spain to my hot list. Does the executive plan still cover them since they are Latin, or just for all Colombia? So no, it does unfortunately not cover them. If you maybe would do the Latin, the whole executive one, maybe you can add 1 or 2 profiles also from a different country, but usually it has to be in Latin America, or if you do Colombia, it has to be inside of Colombia. But all Colombia, not just Medellin, or not just Barranquilla, or not just Cartagena. But I love the service. It's really cool. And it is very effective. Like, yeah, most of our executive clients and elite club clients get engaged, married, and are happy in a relationship after that program. So any of the services, guys, are great. And great, everybody is a little bit different, has different needs, has a different service. So if you don't know, if should I do the Latin club, should I do the group tour, should I do the elite club, should I do a video call, what should I do now? I'm totally confused. Then just call us. As I said, call 502-553-8178, and you can do the extension 2018, and then you land here on my phone. So 2018, you can call the US number and put extension 2018, or you do number 1 or 0, you talk to the operator, to Michelle, to Anna, to Brianna, to anybody from our Phoenix team, or you write us an email, info@afacolombia@gmail.com or afacolombia7@gmail.com. What kind of pen is Maria using? a normal pen. I was just my notes here from where my IDs are written down, so I'm just playing with the pen. Sorry, while I'm talking. So yeah, so guys, I hope you had a good time tonight. I had a good time. Thank you for your questions. Did I do that a lot? I'm here with the screen, but I have to read your questions, right? So meanwhile I was talking. So I hope you had a great time. I had a great time tonight. I hope to see you in person in Medellin, in Barranquilla, in Cartagena, in Santa Marta, in Bogota, and any of these beautiful places here. If you, as I said, don't know where to go, which city is the right one, just let's talk, and happy to help you, or helping to match you, hope to help you to find a nice partner. Guys, I had a great evening. I hope you enjoyed. Come to Cartagena, Barranquilla, Medellin, reach out to our featured girl, and looking forward to our next show in 2 weeks. Bye-bye. Take care.